A lot of my inspiration comes from her. Created heartbreak and created happiness and a lot of different emotions that I wanted to write about.
We all know that so many of Justin's songs were spiced up by his undying love for Selena, and many Selena songs were based on Justin. Their romance was the stuff of fairy tales, and one viral resurfaced video has revealed a secret that has some Yolina fans excited. What exactly was tea in this clip, and what does it mean for Justin and his current wife Hailey? Let's get into the gist of their situationship. The soundtrack to their situationship. Both Justin and Selena have been using their music as personal diaries, and fans have been going full detective mode analyzing lyrics for references to their relationship. This musical back and forth has given us some of the most iconic songs of the past decade and created this whole meta-narrative that plays out across streaming platforms. It's like they've been having a conversation through their music that's more revealing than any interview. Their songs became the ultimate form of subtweeting each other, offering glimpses into their emotions that would never make it to their official statements or curated Instagram feeds. For fans, these tracks became the closest thing to reading their private texts, windows into what was really going down behind the PR statements and paparazzi shots. Let's start with Selena's music that's giving major Justin references. In 2018, she dropped Back to You, which includes lyrics like, "If I could do it all again, I know I'd go back to you." This is literally almost word for word what Justin said in his 2020 statement. The parallels are sending me. The song is giving major toxic ex you can't quit energy, and fans immediately clocked it as her most direct musical confession about her lingering feelings for Justin. It was a whole mood, and it's wild how it mirrors his later statement. Another receipts moment is Selena's song Ring from 2020, with lyrics like, "I received your message, all 23. Stan Twitter immediately theorized this was about rumors that Justin tried to slide into her DMs before marrying Hailey. While we can't confirm if that's the actual tea, it shows how their relationship continues to influence fan interpretations of everything they create. More recently, Selena has been working on a new album called I Said I Love You First with her fiancé Benny Blanco. Even this title has fans speculating that some tracks might reference her past with Justin, though Selena seems to be in her focused on the future era rather than dwelling on past situationships. Now, let's talk about Justin's musical references to Selena, which have been equally dissected by the internet. In a 2015 interview with Ryan Seacrest that's become absolutely iconic in Yolina lore, Justin straight up admitted that Selena was the blueprint for his music.
A lot of my inspiration comes from her. Created heartbreak and created happiness and a lot of different emotions that I wanted to write about.
The fact that he said this on air, absolutely unhinged behavior. This wasn't some leaked DM or anonymous source. This was Justin explicitly confirming what stans had suspected all along, that his relationship with Selena was the source code for his creative process. Their emotional roller coaster gave us some of his biggest hits, connecting with listeners who were also going through it in their own situationships. When Ryan asked if he'd created a direct response to Selena's track The Heart Wants What It Wants, which everyone knew was about their relationship, Justin served this tea.
Not a direct response, no.
All right.
This exchange is giving main character energy. Their relationship wasn't just playing out in tabloids and social media, it was literally being processed through their art. Their music became a way for them to work through their complicated feelings, while simultaneously feeding the stan culture's need for content to analyze. In that same interview, when Ryan asked about Justin's relationship status, we got this iconic moment.
I'm single right now, yeah.
And do you enjoy that?
I do enjoy it, yeah.
This interview, which happened during one of their many off phases, shows how Justin navigated the Selena questions in the public eye. He was open about her influence on his music, but also trying to establish his own vibe separate from their relationship status. In a 2020 GQ interview, Justin reflected more broadly on his past relationships and personal growth journey. While he didn't explicitly name-drop Selena, fans immediately connected his comments about learning from past mistakes to their relationship. That's the power of stan culture, reading between the lines and creating narratives from subtext. What's fascinating about their musical evolution is how it's matured over time. In their earlier work, the references were giving unfiltered emotional damage, raw expressions of first love and heartbreak from two kids processing relationship trauma under the spotlight. It was all hard-on-sleeve lyrics and barely disguised references. As they've grown up, their musical reflections have become more nuanced, focusing less on specific relationship tea and more on the bigger picture of personal growth. This evolution mirrors how most of us process relationships as we mature, moving from "I can't believe they did this to me" energy to more "that experience shaped who I am today" vibes. For Justin, his musical journey has evolved from heartbreak anthems to more spiritually focused tracks exploring redemption and purpose beyond romantic relationships. Selena's artistic evolution has similarly incorporated her Justin chapter into a broader narrative about mental health, self-discovery, and resilience. Both artists have alchemized their relationship pain into creative expression that resonates with millions, showing how even messy situationships can fuel artistic growth. This evolution reflects their personal journeys off mic as well. Justin, now in his husband era with Hailey, has spoken about finding stability and purpose. Meanwhile, Selena has been in her self-care, business queen, and now fiancé era with Benny Blanco. Their music has evolved accordingly, though fans still dissect every new release for Easter eggs about their shared history. The resurfaced "if I could go back" statement fits perfectly into this musical narrative. Though it wasn't delivered in a song, it has the same emotional weight and room for interpretation as their most vulnerable lyrics. It's giving what-if energy that fans can project their own understanding onto, keeping the Yolina conversation alive years after their final breakup. The parallels between Justin's statement and lyrics from Selena's songs like "Back to You" create this sense of ongoing dialogue between them, even when they're not directly addressing each other. This perceived conversation through art and public statements keeps their relationship storyline active in pop culture, making it feel like an unfinished Netflix series that fans are still theorizing about. The algorithm is literally designed to create these feedback loops where content about Justin and Selena's relationship gets continuously served to interested viewers. Watch one video analyzing Selena's lyrics about Justin, and suddenly your FYP is flooded with similar content reaction videos, fan theories, and relationship experts analyzing body language from decade-old interviews. This digital ecosystem ensures that moments like Justin's resurfaced statement go viral and reach new audiences, keeping their relationship relevant far beyond its actual timeline. What's really sending me is how Gen Alpha and younger Gen Z, who were literally in kindergarten during peak Yolina, are now discovering and investing in their storyline through these digital archives. Teenagers who weren't even born when Justin and Selena first dated are creating elaborate TikToks analyzing their relationship dynamics, or finding symbolic connections between their separate music eras. It's giving discovering your parents' high school drama energy, but for celebrity culture. Another tea-worthy aspect is how Justin and Selena's relationship has shaped their public image. For Justin, Selena represented his transition from teen idol to adult artist, with their relationship drama paralleling his own coming-of-age struggles. For Selena, while the relationship has been just one part of her multi-hyphenate career spanning music, acting, producing, and entrepreneurship, it has sometimes threatened to overshadow her individual accomplishments, forcing her to constantly re-establish her narrative. Both have had to navigate the challenge of defining themselves outside their shared history, even as public interest in that history persists. Justin's 2020 statement about regret and growth can be seen as part of this ongoing process of self-definition, both in relation to and separate from his Selena era. While he works on that, there is still the issue of his marriage to consider. The marriage that broke the internet. Okay, so for anyone who's been living under a rock, no shade, Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez, aka Yolina as the stans dubbed them, had one of the most iconic on-again, off-again situationships in celebrity history. Their relationship was the blueprint for millennial and Gen Z romance trauma. We literally grew up watching them serve couple goals 1 minute and breakup anthems the next. It wasn't just tabloid tea, it was a whole cultural reset that defined an era. Their relationship tea was spilling from 2010 to 2018, with more plot twists than a Netflix series. The timeline had us in a chokehold. Their cute Insta posts, public appearances, breakup rumors, and reconciliations were literally our emotional roller coaster. The parasocial connection was real. Millions of fans were emotionally invested, analyzing every red carpet moment, every cryptic tweet, and every song lyric like it was their college thesis. Now let's get into the actual tea. This phrase, "if I could go back I would," has resurfaced and gone viral, with everyone claiming it's Justin sending a not-so-subtle message to Selena. But what's the real context? Was it actually about her? And why is it breaking the internet now in 2025? Let's investigate. According to our deep dive research, this statement comes from a 2020 episode of The Biebers on Watch, a Facebook watch series where Justin and Hailey were basically vlogging their married life. During one episode, Justin got real vulnerable about his regrets, especially about relationships and intimacy. The actual quote was, and I'm not making this up, "If I could go back and not have to face some of the bad hurt I went through, I probably would have saved myself for marriage." Now, he didn't explicitly mention Selena. It was more of a general reflection on his past, but like, come on, the context and timing? This was giving major Selena subtext, and the stans clocked it immediately. What's absolutely sending me is the timing of this resurgence. This statement from 2020 is suddenly popping off in 2025, and we need to talk about why. The algorithm works in mysterious ways, but this isn't just random. The internet has receipts, and there's definitely a reason this is going viral now. For those who haven't been keeping up with the latest updates, Selena Gomez just got engaged to producer Benny Blanco in December 2020. 2024. That's right, our girl is getting her happily ever after, and suddenly Justin's old what if statement is resurfacing. The timing is sending me. This is giving Major the one who got away energy, and fans are eating it up. Plus, Justin's socials have been under intense detective work lately. Every post, every like, every comment is being analyzed for subtle shade or reactions to Selena's engagement announcement. It's giving FBI agent energy, and I'm here for the commitment. To fully understand why this resurfaced statement is such a cultural moment, we need to look at the original context. In that 2020 Facebook Watch episode, Justin was sitting next to Hailey talking about life regrets. It was supposed to be a cute couple convo, but then he dropped this bomb about wishing he'd waited for marriage. The tea gets even spicier when you hear Hailey's reaction. She wasn't exactly on the same page, saying, "I don't know if I'd say the same, but we had different experiences with everything. I do agree with the fact that being physical sometimes can make things more confusing. That slight disagreement? Chef's kiss for drama." Justin tried to explain himself further, saying, "I know that sounds crazy. Sex can be kind of confusing when you're being sexually active with anybody." Now, was he talking specifically about Selena? He didn't name drop her, but the timeline math isn't mathing otherwise. This statement came just a couple years after their final breakup and during his early marriage to Hailey. The context is literally screaming Selena subtext. What's fascinating about all this is how statements can get completely reframed years later. Justin's words, which might have been giving general life reflection vibes at the time, are now being interpreted as a direct message to his ex. That's the power of stan culture and internet archaeology. Everything gets new meaning depending on the current timeline. Celebrity statements don't exist in a vacuum anymore. They're constantly being remixed, recontextualized, and given new meanings through the lens of current events. What might have been interpreted in 2020 as Justin reflecting on marriage and maturity is now being read through the Selena engagement filter, creating all new layers of tea to sip. This ongoing fascination with Yolina is wild when you think about it. They've both clearly moved on, yet fans are still connecting dots between their separate lives as if they're still in each other's orbit. It shows how deeply their relationship impacted pop culture. It wasn't just a celebrity couple, it was the celebrity couple for an entire generation that's now creating fan edits with "the one that got away" playing in the background. The persistence of Yelena in the cultural conversation also raises questions about how much control celebrities actually have over their own narratives. Despite both Justin and Selena trying to establish their separate eras and move forward, they remain linked in the public imagination. Every major life update gets filtered through the lens of their past relationship. It's giving can't escape your origin story energy, which is both fascinating and kind of sad. Moving forward, but the internet never forgets. Welcome back, bestie. We've made it to the final part of our deep dive into Justin's resurfaced message to Selena. If you're just joining, definitely check out parts 1 and 2 for all the background tea and musical receipts. Now let's talk about where Justin and Selena are in their 2025 eras, their current relationships, career moves, and personal growth, and why this old message is still causing a complete internet meltdown, despite both of them clearly moving on. What does our collective obsession with their past situationship reveal about stan culture, parasocial relationships, and our toxic relationship with nostalgia in the social media age? As of April 2025, both Justin and Selena have fully entered their new relationship eras. Justin has been in his husband era with Hailey since 2018, building a life that he frequently describes in interviews as giving him stability and purpose. Meanwhile, Selena leveled up to fiancé status with producer Benny Blanco in December 2024, serving major healing journey complete energy with this new chapter of her life. Despite these glow-ups and the significant personal development both artists have clearly demonstrated, the internet's fascination with their past relationship persists with chaotic energy. The resurfaced "if I could go back" statement serves as a reminder of how deeply embedded their relationship remains in pop culture consciousness, almost giving mythic couple energy in the celebrity relationship universe. But why does this particular comment continue to break the internet years after it was made? And what does this reveal about our toxic relationship with celebrity narratives? One explanation is that it touches on universal themes that are giving main character energy, regret, growth, and the what-if questions we all ask about our past relationships. Justin's reflection on how he might have done things differently resonates with anyone who's ever looked back on their situationship history with new perspective and wished they could edit their choices. The Yolina storyline has transcended regular celebrity gossip to become a cultural touchstone about young love, red flags, growth, and the paths not taken. There's something incredibly relatable about two people who grew up together in the spotlight, shared formative experiences, but ultimately couldn't make it work despite multiple attempts at reconciliation. reconciliation. This narrative hits on deep cultural beliefs about soulmates, timing, and the one who got away, romantic notions that continue to get engagement even in our most cynical moments. When Justin reflects on what he would do differently if he could go back, he's expressing a universal feeling that's giving "we've all been there" energy. Another factor is the timing of this resurgence, coming right after Selena's engagement announcement. Major life updates often trigger reflections on past relationships, not just for the people involved, but for everyone who followed their journey. Fans who emotionally invested in Yolina may see Selena's engagement as the official end of an era, prompting them to revisit key moments from their relationship timeline. It's worth noting that while fans often interpret Justin's statement as direct Selena shade, the broader context of his personal growth journey is equally important. In the years following their final breakup, Justin has been open about his path toward emotional maturity and stability. During his 2015 interview with Ryan Seacrest, Justin served vulnerability when discussing his personal growth.
I wanted them to understand that I'm a real human being. I think people forget that, and I'm growing up. I'm figuring some stuff out.
This acknowledgement of his ongoing development provides important context for understanding his later statements about regret and different choices. His 2020 comment about saving himself for marriage might be less about Selena specifically and more about his broader journey toward emotional and spiritual maturity. But that doesn't make for viral TikToks, so the Selena narrative prevails. It's also tea-worthy that during the same Ryan Seacrest interview, Ryan directly referenced Justin's evolution.
Look at your evolution, though. You're talking about where you started, what you were doing at the beginning, and then that kind of music right there with those guys. It's fantastic.
This observation highlights how Justin's artistic evolution paralleled his personal growth, with both processes involving reflection on past experiences, including his relationship with Selena. Both Justin and Selena have been serving major personal growth energy in recent years. Selena has been particularly outspoken about her mental health journey, using her platform to advocate for awareness and support. Justin has similarly opened up about his struggles with mental health, substance use, and the pressures of child stardom. These parallel journeys of self-discovery add another layer to the public's understanding of their relationship. Many fans view their romance not just as a teen celebrity couple, but as a formative experience that shaped both artists during crucial developmental years of their lives. This perspective helps explain why Justin's reflective statement continues to resonate. It's not just about a relationship that ended, it's about the growth that comes from processing those experiences and integrating them into your identity. It's giving painful but necessary chapter energy. Another interesting aspect is how both Justin and Selena have maintained a respectful distance when discussing each other in recent years. While their early post-breakup era included some direct references and emotional moments, they've gradually shifted toward a more mature approach that acknowledges their history without dwelling on it. In various interviews, Selena has expressed that she wishes Justin well, while focusing discussions on her current projects and relationships. Similarly, Justin has acknowledged Selena's influence on his life and music, while establishing clear boundaries around their past. They're serving mature exes energy. This mutual respect doesn't stop fans from connecting them, though. If anything, the dignified way they've handled their very public history might contribute to the ongoing fascination. Unlike messy celebrity breakups characterized by public call-outs or shady comments, Justin and Selena's approach leaves room for more nuanced interpretations of their shared past, keeping the narrative alive. The resurfaced statement also highlights a wild aspect of celebrity culture in the digital age, the way past comments can be continuously recycled and reinterpreted through new contexts. What might have been a casual remark in 2020 takes on completely new meaning in 2025, filtered through everything that's happened since then. It's giving nothing on the internet ever dies energy. Social media algorithms play a huge role in this phenomenon, with content recommendation systems that surface material based on current trends and engagement. As fans discussed Selena's engagement, digital systems likely began promoting related content about her past relationships, including Justin's reflective comments from years earlier. This creates a kind of permanent present in celebrity narratives, where past statements never truly disappear, but instead remain dormant until new contexts make them relevant again. What media scholars call digital permanence. Every interview, every Instagram post, every passing comment becomes part of an ever-expanding archive that can resurface at any moment, stripped of its original context, and reinterpreted through current events. It's giving "your old tweets will haunt you" energy, but for celebrities. For public figures like Justin and Selena, whose relationship played out across multiple platforms over nearly a decade, this means constantly navigating how their past words might be reinterpreted in the future. They exist in a state of perpetual connection through this digital archive, their separate life journeys forever intertwined in the cultural consciousness, regardless of their current status. Every major life update, a marriage, an engagement, a new album inevitably triggers this process of archival excavation, bringing past moments back into circulation. The social media age has fundamentally transformed how celebrity narratives unfold, creating a non-linear experience where past and present exist simultaneously in our feeds. Your TikTok algorithm might show you a clip from Justin and Selena's relationship in 2011, immediately followed by news of Selena's 2024 engagement, collapsing a decade of lived experience into a few seconds of scrolling. This temporal flattening contributes to the persistent relevance of their relationship, keeping it perpetually fresh in our collective FYP despite the passage of years. For Justin specifically, his 2020 statement represents a particular moment in his own journey, a period of reflection following his marriage to Hailey. That these words have resurfaced now, as Selena enters her fiancé era, creates an interesting symmetry in their parallel narratives, even as they continue their separate paths. What makes this resurfaced statement especially powerful is how it encapsulates universal themes beyond celebrity gossip. Regret, growth, and contemplating different choices are experiences that resonate with people from all walks of life. The continued interest in Justin's reflection speaks to something deeper than just fan attachment to a former celebrity couple. It's giving universal human experience energy. Ryan Seacrest even alluded to this growth in their 2015 interview, noting Justin's evolving maturity.
I'm glad that you did what you did. You take responsibility, you're growing up, you're working on some hot new music, and I always wish you the best.
This comment highlights the public's investment in Justin's personal growth journey, with his relationship with Selena serving as a significant marker in that evolution. Fans who followed this journey can reflect on how far both Justin and Selena have come since their time together, using their relationship as a reference point for their own growth. For fans who followed their journey, these moments of reconnection with the Yolina narrative offer an opportunity to revisit their own memories tied to that era. Many who grew up watching Justin and Selena's relationship unfold associate key moments in their story with personal milestones. The high school dance when Love You Like a Love Song was playing, the breakup that coincided with news of Justin and Selena's split, the summer job during their rumored reconciliation. It's giving soundtrack to my adolescence energy. This phenomenon speaks to the unique power of celebrity narratives to function as shared cultural touchstones that unite disparate individuals through common emotional experiences. Despite never having met Justin or Selena, millions of people worldwide feel intimately connected to their story, invested in their happiness, and moved by their expressions of regret or hope. These parasocial connections create communities that transcend geographic and cultural boundaries, united by shared emotional investment in these celebrity journeys. The resurfacing of Justin's "If I Could Go Back" comment also reflects our cultural obsession with the road not taken, the alternative timelines we might have lived had we made different choices at crucial moments. In a world of increasing complexity and uncertainty, there's something deeply compelling about pondering these what-ifs that hover just beyond reality. Justin's words tap into this collective contemplation, inviting us to project our own regrets onto his experience. As both Justin and Selena continue building their separate lives in 2025, their shared history remains not just a footnote, but a significant chapter that shaped who they've become. The maturity they've both shown in acknowledging this influence while refusing to be defined by it offers a blueprint for how we might all integrate past relationships into our evolving identity, honoring their impact without remaining trapped in cycles of regret or nostalgia. Perhaps what's most remarkable about the Yolina phenomenon is how it has transcended typical celebrity gossip to become a kind of modern mythology, a story we collectively tell and retell, finding new meanings with each iteration. Thanks for watching. Check out some other cards on the screen.